Hello and welcome to the next episode. This is going to be probably split up into multiple small ones because I'm going to showcase at least the next very big space battle that we have to fight here, and going to just cut afterwards, and then in the second part I'm going to continue with the usual gameplay. And I'm not going to show all fights which are going to happen in the next month, assuming I win the next fight. So, situation here, pretty simple. We do have 50 ships arriving at Earth. They are merging with the fleet, which is already at the Cobalt Guardian station. We are going to fight this. So before we let that happen, that they just stick at Earth and merge even more fleet into it and finally attack us at some point, we are going to attack them, because the Cobalt Guardian station isn't finished yet. So we have to prevent them of finishing up those battle stations, because that would be nasty to handle. So also there is some very big fleet, 96 ships flying to Mars. Probably they wanted to intercept my fleet, which was there until a few days ago, which we transferred back to Earth at the end of last episode. And then we do have a lot of small groups here of ships and invasion ships over here, which are flying towards Earth itself. And of course there are a lot of other ships flying around certain shipyards here, which probably could prompt other attacks as soon as the first one is defeated here. So now, the problem of that fleet that we are going to engage here, which I'm going to show here. So we're going here, and we are going to immediately fly for that station. Where are you? Here, Cobalt Guardian Station. The fleet has a multitude of, let's call it, problems for us. So 59 ships. Let's check if my settings are still the same. I tried this battle already. Gameplay, yeah. Maximum ship amount. So we are making it actually harder for us, so that we are fighting all of them. We could of course go down to 30, like 30 ships, and then we do have a few titans and they have a few ships. That would be very lame. So we're going to make this harder for us here. We are going to fight the whole fleet. And we actually do have a tactic here, which I tried already. And I'm going to try to reproduce this because I couldn't so far. And yeah. So what we want to do here, in short, is... Seriously, now someone is starting some construction work in the house here. I hope it's not going into the audio feed here. So, what we want to do is bait them. So we're going to do some Parthian maneuvers here. So we are going to feign a kind of retreat, or rather shooting back on horseback here. So we are going to run in the opposite direction in a second. And therefore, we can screw up their massive formation here, because whatever that is here, it's, let's call it, devastating for us. We have no chance of getting through the point defense screen. We don't have enough plasmas against them, because they are bringing a lot of plasma battleships here. The Dark Grave classes, we know them already from previous episodes. Even 2 or 3 were a danger here. And they brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 even. Then they have a massive torpedo bay load, which is also going to continue here in the escorts, which all have very big amounts of torpedoes. So that's going to be a problem. And then there is the frigates. The frigates are full with mechs. And they have so many frigates here that there is no chance our point defense screen can defend against that. So we have to split them up. We have to maybe burn them of their fuel. And we have to fight what we can. So what we're going to do here, as I just said, so we're going to do a control group here. We're going to... We're going to... We are going to run away. Not really. We're just going to pretend. So we're going to... Because what we do have a drive, which is extremely powerful. We can accelerate with 5 Gs if we want to. And we are basically doing that here in that quick burn here. And we are going to 170 KPS left, something like this. And then here. And then we're going to observe what happens with the formation they have. So let's go. We're going to be quick on the first steps here. And now we're going to see what happens here. And if you ever ask, like, why do you have your tights and this kind of drives here? It's because of these kind of maneuvers that they can accelerate to 1,000. What? Why did they shoot in that direction? That was weird. Or was it from the aliens already? Okay, whatever. So, we can see here now that the formation is splitting up. They have a group which is already adjusting to our course, and there's a main group which is not splitting up yet. But they are accelerating to catch up. Which means we going to do another burst of fuel here. There we go. So now they're adjusting again. And we can see that there are 3 groups now. Why do we have this engine noise all the time? So we do see here that we do have, what are these? The, what was it there? The prevailing winds class. What is that? These are the frigates. They are super dangerous. We have to keep an eye on them. The escorts are probably over there. These are not a problem for the moment. So let's keep going for a bit. So they are adjusting. So the capital ship group here, which is also extremely deadly, also adjusted course and is starting to burn fuel. So we are going to accept this for the moment, because we want to draw them out. The idea of the battle is that we fight parts of them and that we burn all their fuel. So now we can see that the formation here is also trying to adjust to what we are doing. And now we are also going to adjust course again. Actually, we are going to do... Come on, can we still change this one? No, we can't. But we can change... Oh, I need to take the control group, the whole one. So reset everything, there we go. And now can we... No. Okay, now we have to see. We have to be very careful with those ones, and we have to be very careful of those ones. The escorts here, which are wherever they are mostly just the torpedoes, which we have to shoot down once, which is not the worst case. What we're going to do here now is to do a tilt to the left, so that we get closer to the frigates here, which we have to take out eventually. And there we go. Okay, and now we have to be careful. So now we have to reduce the speed. So the capital ship group is to how to call that, to say that they're too immobile to properly to adjust course. As we can see here, they will float forward. We are going to float to the side. And what we want to do now is actually... let's see which ones are these here. These are the... For example, the Misty Mountain here. We're going to focus on this one. Rotate towards them so that we can start shooting with our siege coils. And we are going to do retract radiators. And we are going to go into attack posture here, so that our phasers are actually shooting down the frigates now. So now the ships will slowly rotate. The rotation rate is of course extremely slow. That's our problem, but we can already see our effects here, and we are going to start carving on that frigates here. However, our danger is, can we shoot down all torpedoes here? And we have to stay out of the plasma range of the really deadly plasma battle cruisers here. So now we can see that the coil guns here from the frigates are developing to be a problem. So we go down further, but at least all torpedoes are gone. We should check out where the escorts are, somewhere over there. Looks like they're already out of fuel. by the feeling of it. So their maneuver didn't work because I can't adjust to what we are doing here. And by the looks of it, we do have enough to break the frigate screen here. Because we do have our phasers, and we do have enough point defense here to defend against what they have. So the last prevailing frigate classes are going down already. So hopefully this is looking good. Yep, they go down nicely. That's why we have our Titans here. And where are the capital ships? Over there. They're almost out of fuel by the looks of it, because they do nothing anymore. And that's the frigate. So we actually exactly did what we wanted. We broke... Now they're still adjusting a bit, but they are already preserving fuel here. So we are going to switch focus to this ship, so this frigate here. So rotate further around. And apparently we are starting to shoot at the capital ships. So this is good. Last frigate will go down in a second here. And we got in... Yeah, we are in range of the plasmas. So this is now the main fight here. So we have to switch focus to one of the Dark Wanderer classes here. This guy, for example. The alternative is that we accelerate again to get out of them. Get out of there. So yeah, we are rotating around. Yeah, I think we have to fight. So we can't prevent this. We have to get our bow out of... So we have to really rotate around. That's why we are taking heavy damage here now, because the plasmas are shooting at our sides. Which is not perfect. But now we are adjusting to this. There are, of course, again, a lot of torpedoes here. And our goal is here to... So how many Dark Wanderers do we have here? Oh no, is Dark Wanderer also a plasma ship? Oh boy. Oh, it's a cruiser, so the cruiser is in the battleship group. Ooh, this is dangerous. This is a really big group. Maybe... Now I think we have to face that we are going to have losses here. So we are going to shoot at them. We're going to phaser them as much as we can. So take out what we can. We also have plasmas, of course. Yeah, but we are going to lose at least a few ships here. Okay, do we have... What with our coil shots? Do they get through? Getting shut down. Okay, first one down. Dark Grave class, next one here. It's okay that we lose a mech titan or 2 or 3. The first run, not the first one, one of the few runs I did on this fight, because I had to find out what kind of tactic works. We lost a few ships as well, so I don't think we can get out of this without losses. This is literally impossible. Okay, we got a plasma shot here, we got lasers on them. Just have to make sure that they stop shooting. Yep, I think we can already switch target for a while. So that should be... Wait, the Dark Grave is also plasma, right? Yes, they... Yeah, so we just continue here, shooting on this one next. Maybe there will be some siege coil shots. The good thing is that they do lack a little bit of point defense here. So, I mean, it's still enough for deflecting us, but eventually they will probably get through this. There we go. So our phasers are doing work here. Because we are going to build more laser titans, because that's actually the better. So this one. Yeah, and we see here that we are still getting damage on that titan here. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's looking good still. So... Not sure, can we already switch target again? Let's go here to this one, maybe. Yeah, I think this one is decently damaged now. And of course our phasers here are dealing decent damage now. By the way, our expectation is not... Oh, something is coming around. Probably the escorts. Our expectation is not that we are going to defeat all of this. We are just going to do this one pass-by flight. And actually we are going to switch to this one now. There's some more mech shots coming this way now. Okay, there will be other point defenses here as well. Nice. Nice. So this one is also heavily damaged now. So we are going to switch focus to this one now. Because they already lost orientation, so they don't have fuel left. Which is good. So we are going to look who is still shooting. Like this guy here and these ones. We are going to focus on them. And we are already slowly disengaging. So the kilometer range is already increasing. And we're going still to get this one out of the way here. Come on. Yeah, now the plasmas are from the small ships are slowly getting out of range here. And there goes the mech titan. That was to be expected. Oh, this one is taking a... Yeah, the range is now... You can feel the range now. The plasmas are really not doing a lot of damage anymore. So what we're going to do is actually we are going to... Oh, wait a second. We're going to reorient once more on this guy here. Oh, wait a second. We can still wait until we have reached this point here. There are also some mech shots from the aliens here. Sometimes. Okay, now we have to refocus on someone. It's going to be this guy here. So we are going to focus on him for the time of the adjustments here in the fleet maneuvers. But we are almost out of engagement range. Yeah, now we are going to remove target again. Yeah. Okay, who is shooting this? Ah, it's the one... It's this guy here. Okay, so we are going to shoot on this one. It's all of those who are still shooting a lot. Nice, that was a nice critical hit on the front. You can see here that there are a few ships which don't have fuel anymore. So they can't reorient properly. Okay, and we also have left... Yeah. So we are basically out of engagement with these ships here. So there will be, of course, a few mech shots left here. I'm with the Titan. How much do they... where's my plasma titan here? With the super heavy plasma, it still has 1000 kilometer range, but we are almost out of this as well. So the plasma titan here, yeah, almost out of engagement range. And yeah, it's Earth. So that was the main engagement here, more or less. Oh, there's something behind there. I'm going to speed up a bit. Because they... Oh, they still have fuel left, apparently. And they're really de-accelerating. That's bold of them. So I think we lost one Titan. Okay, let's see what they're doing here. Are they really... What are they doing? No, they don't have fuel to do these maneuvers. And someone burned because of the damage that's being inflicted. And I think we can speed up because there's nobody who wants to fight us anymore. And I don't want to waste the fuel chasing them. So let's rate it out. There's another one exploded from the damages we did. So there's still something going on. And we can see here now that they are disengaging here one after the other. At 2000 it will be gone. I'm not going to press auto resolve here because all of those have plasma. So that would be a bad idea because that plasma damage would get dealt to our fleet. In the simulation, we don't want that. So we are just going to wait it out until the fight disengages. Because our main goal is achieved, we have burned probably the whole fleet of all their fuel, and we do have 87 left. We only lost one ship, so we can fly home to our station and refuel in peace. And later, when we have time and fun, we can come back. There we go. Oh, 2. We have lost 2. Okay, that's fine still. So we got a few promotion, but we lost more. So that's sad. Only 5.5 exotics, but that's fine. And we only we destroyed only a handful of ships, more or less. So, but we damaged a lot of them. And we took out 3 of those battleships here, which is important. A few of the cruisers. Not really a lot of those cruisers, though. And then a few of these frigates. Most of the frigates, though. Yeah, so this is still okay. Because we are still at the station. And we won that fight. So, on paper, there you go. We can make bye-bye to that station. And now, what we can see here, if I'm correct, yes! 0 KPS. So we have stranded 46 ships of the aliens in Earth orbit here, which we can pick off later when we want to. There's no way they can get home. And we can fly home safely. So we are going to go home, repair. Let's actually not repair immediately. Go with 1 day here. And let's check what is coming and how long the repair will take. Repair and resupply 1.6 exotics. What? We only have 2? Oh, because the ship started probably. Problems there, we have to be careful. 3.4k water. That's the only downside of it. So resupply and repair. A few days only. And actually we are going to get new frigates. Not frigates, but Titans. 31 days, 56 days, 66 days. 66 is in June. In June. Okay, and then in May, and then another in June. So let's see where we are here. Is that one of the ships that survived? Apparently. Interesting. So the next arrival... No, this is flying away from Earth. Okay, so the next arrival is... Are these fleets here? We are going to be waiting for them. Oh no, wait a second, there's Earth, Luna... So this is coming for a shipyard. They are not going to like this, what we are going to set up for them. So we are going to... On 3rd of June... So 2 ships will not be finished at that point, but we get 1 more. So we are back to 14 or something like that. We are going to engage this one, which is mostly... Oh. Okay, this mech battle cruisers and a Titan. We might want our battle cruisers in that fight. Yeah, probably. And we are also going to take out the other ones here. And then it's a big question is what is going to do... What is this fleet going to do? Because of this one, it's also super dangerous. A lot of battle cruisers and then just a lot of junk. But yeah, I think that was one of our finest hours here for Humanity First. Achieving... It's not a Pyrrhic victory, more like for the aliens. Because they destroyed 2 ships and most of the fleet survived, but they have a lot of ships stranded there now. And I'm not sure how we do this best, because I'm not sure if they can actually dock with their fleet and then refuel them. I guess they could. I'm not sure if they would. So we have to see. But I'm going to make a cut here. So this is only going to be the fight. We survived it. It was the hardest one we had so far, at least in my opinion. Because I had at least I think 3 test runs to get a feeling for what their ships are capable of and how they behave and what kind of maneuver we could do. I can tell you heads on into 60 ships or whatever they had is a very bad idea, of course. So this was already dangerous for losing more ships. We only lost 2, that's good. And yeah, so next part, we're going to continue here and see how we can pick off the other ones. I'm not going to show everything. Probably the other fight here, which is arriving in... yeah, this one here. We are also going to play this one, so maybe show this as well. Okay, so let's continue forward in the next episode.